Today, I want to talk about an important development in how big tech is handling its youngest users. On the 2nd of June 2026, Meta announced that it is rolling out expanded content controls for teenagers across Instagram, Facebook, and Messenger globally. For context, these changes build on a pilot program launched last October. Meta is making 13 plus content settings the default for all teen accounts. This automatically filters out material deemed inappropriate for people under 18. They're also introducing a stricter limited content option on Facebook and Messenger later this year. Additionally, Instagram is testing a new feature designed to diversify teens' feeds so they don't get stuck in repetitive loops of content about body image, fitness, nutrition, anxiety, or other potentially sensitive topics. Why is Meta doing this now? The pressure has been building for years. Social media platforms have faced intense criticism and legal consequences for contributing to anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and addiction among young people. In March 2026, a landmark Los Angeles trial found Meta, along with Google, negligent in designing platforms that harm children. A young woman was awarded millions after claiming she became addicted as a child. Meta has also warned investors that regulatory crackdowns in the US and Europe could seriously hurt their business. This latest move is clearly an attempt to show regulators, parents, and the public that they are taking youth safety seriously. The good news: these changes represent real progress on paper. Default protections are far better than optional ones. Many teens and parents don't actively manage settings. Feed diversification is a smart idea. Constant exposure to idealized bodies, fitness content, or mental health struggles can create harmful feedback loops. Forcing variety could reduce some of that pressure. Global rollout shows Meta is treating this as a worldwide issue rather than just responding in high-regulation markets like the EU. The skeptical view, however, many will argue this is too little, too late. Critics point out that Meta has known about these harms for years through their own internal research. Features that maximize engagement, infinite scrolls, algorithmic rabbit holes, social comparison are at the very core of their business model. Adding guardrails around the edges doesn't change the fundamental incentive: keeping users, especially young ones, hooked for as long as possible. Parents and mental health experts will also ask tough questions. Will these filters actually work, or will determined teens bypass them easily? How transparent is Meta about what content gets filtered? Is diversifying feeds enough when the algorithm still prioritizes emotionally charged material? The bigger picture. This isn't just about Meta. It's about the entire social media ecosystem. We've created digital environments that exploit the developing teenage brain, a brain wired for social approval and still learning impulse control. The consequences have been measurable: rising rates of anxiety, depression, self-harm, and body image issues, especially among girls. Meta's announcement is a step forward, but it should be viewed as the minimum responsible action, not a heroic one. True solutions will likely require a combination of stronger age verification, design changes that reduce addiction, like time limits or less personalized feeds by default, greater transparency, and independent oversight, cultural shifts where parents, schools, and society help teens build healthier relationships with technology. As users, parents, and citizens, we should welcome these improvements while remaining vigilant. We must continue pushing platforms to put well-being ahead of engagement metrics. In conclusion, Meta's expanded teen content controls and Instagram's diversification test are welcome developments in a long-overdue conversation. But they must be the beginning of deeper reform, not the end of it.